Where are you at? You got to talk. I'm Oh, of course they are. So, yeah, they're nervous. They can't hear everything I'm saying. Are you live streaming right now?
Yeah, that's on the.
One of us or both of us are fans. I'm not sure who.
We got 10 people watching. That's pretty good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We have 10 people watching online. Woo! Did everybody tell your family and friends? Tell them to watch. In both.
Yeah. Yeah.
You saw that video, right? I haven't seen the video like that.
I thought you were about to say somebody.
I'll start singing. Has everybody put your PowerPoint on there? Everybody uploaded it. Did everybody upload their PowerPoints? Yes.
Upload the PowerPoint where?
To the cloud.
For the 5-minute speech, right?
Where are you going?
Yeah, upload it 5 minutes.
She said she was coming.
Just about done. Good.
Already been chosen.
You're graduating, right?
Oh, perfect timing.
Talk about a way to make an entrance. Right on the nose. Hey, take pictures. So I don't have to do it. Yeah. This poor woman's the face mask. Nobody wants to sit in her row. What? No, her teammate even moved down.
I mean, obviously, but I think she's like...
No, I know.
And we're getting in a session, start getting about $3,000 in mini grants to help support things to market validation. I know. Such a good thing. I'm so mad. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Good random. I didn't. You ready? All right. Well, guys, I'm glad y'all are here. Glad y'all didn't drop. I have truly enjoyed teaching y'all this semester. I hope you enjoyed it a little bit. But I'm really happy with you guys, and we'll do the pictures now. So the order we're going to go in is Freedom Bin, Boo's Bakery, Swole Tech, Thunderbus, Blue Bonnet Barn, Pure Plant, and Zip Dog.
Same last best, right?
Yeah.
feel it. No.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. My name is Dean Bartley, and today I'll be guiding you through Freedom Bend Lodge. Through my years of traveling and fishing, my desire to build a truly unique outdoor experience has grown exponentially. This desire led me to Toledo Bend Reservoir, where I discovered a unique accommodation problem. Toledo Bend has been experiencing a massive influx of demand caused by receiving a #1 bass fishing ranking these last 2 years through Bassmaster. However, the poor infrastructure surrounding the area has caused many accommodation options to fail. So while accommodation continues to decline, the demand continues to rise. Because of this opportunity, we will in fact be located on Toledo Bend waterfront, and by end of year 1, we'll be looking at $580,000 in net income, a debt-to-equity ratio of 1.23, and an ROI of 1.24. But let me tell you a little bit more about Freedom Bend. By providing our guests with unique accommodation options such as teepees, safari tents, and retro RVs, we can ensure a natural and unique experience without sacrificing many of those cabin comforts. But what really sets Freedom Bend apart is our semi-permanent structures, enabling us to pivot to new desires from our consumers or any fluctuations in demand. And on top of that, our accommodation model does not require strong local infrastructure to maintain our services. Fit and Feather and similar competitors in the area offer basic significant overhead, have limited ability to pivot, and require years of infrastructural development. Our target market is fishermen. With more than 200 tournaments a year, nearly 150,000 participants, not including families and spectators, demand from these tournaments alone will be enough to fill capacity. With financials, even our professors need to see, believe. Who's ready to hear more? Let freedom ring.
See and believe.
Good afternoon, judges. My name is Alyssa. This is Stacy, and we're the founders of Boozy Bakery. The problem is the market lacks diversity when it comes to affordable premium cupcakes. Therefore, consumers are offered those that are overly sweet, immaturely presented, or out of their price range.
Here at Boozy Bakery, we offer top quality cupcakes infused with alcohol in various ways and catering for events such as 21st birthday parties and weddings, presented on specialty tiers.
Our primary target market is employed women ages 21 to 44 that live in Austin, Texas, which includes 270,585 women. Our secondary market are those over the age of 21 that do not suffer from food-related health issues, which includes only 11% of Austin's population.
There are currently no other bakeries in the market who infuse their pastries with alcohol, but there are indirect competitors such as Hey Cupcake, Sugar Mamas, and local bakeries, giving us a competitive advantage.
Stacy has 15 years of experience baking from scratch with her family members, and I've been bartending for 4, learning mixology and finding out what flavors pair best with alcohol.
So we'll be selling our year-round cupcakes for $3 and our seasonal for $5 at a break-even of 44,876 cupcakes. Our estimated revenue is $150,000 in sales and catering, with the Hey Cupcake as a benchmark, who makes $1.5 million.
Our milestones include Stacy being approved for her loan and acquiring our first customer at our grand opening celebration. We will also expand our product line, but to hear about these details and get a sample, you'll have to choose us, Boozy Bakery.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the judges. My name is James Johnson. I'm a member of the Swoltech team. So what Swoltech is a multi-service sports complex. So we have a gym and a turf field, a football field. We will have a sand pit, and in the future we will have a basketball court and a baseball field. The problem that we noticed in Victoria was lack of differentiation in the local competitors. They all offer the same service. It's an open weight room and a cardio area, and us at Swoltech wanted to give something different. At Swoltech, we wanted to give people the opportunity to do the basics that they already spend their money on, but we also wanted to give them the opportunity to train like professional athletes. That's what we plan on doing with our amenities. With the target market in Victoria being individuals from 10 to 60, we would only need to reach less than 2% of our target market to break even. Our break-even point is just under 600 units in memberships. With that conservative outlook, we would be able to achieve a 5% return on investment in the first year, and we have a current ratio of, I think, 11.8%, and so we are able to make a lot more money than we spend on our costs. If you'd like to invest on us, send us an next round. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, my name is Taylor Hood.
And my name is Austin Stelling, and we are the founders of the Thunder Bus Company. Through our market research, we found that local bus companies in the San Marcos area proved time and time again to have unreliable and unsafe rides for their customers here in San Marcos. In our primary research, we actually found that 35% of riders have actually been left behind by buses, and 60% of riders say that they feel unsafe when riding these buses. So our solution is to provide high-quality buses with a safe riding experience and exceptional customer service.
Yes, so these three things will give us a competitive advantage because this is what our competitors lack tremendously in San Marcos. So as a solution, or Austin mentioned before, 32 or 35% have been left behind by these buses, which is a tremendous problem, being left inside the middle of Austin by themselves. And so to fix this problem, we want to offer an app for our riders to be able to track buses, be notified before the bus leaves, and for drivers to be accounting for our riders. For financials, we do plan to break even in the first 7 months by selling 18,000 tickets priced at $15 with our 21,000 target market. How we're going to reach these customers is by social media, flyers around campus, and etc. As for our net profit, after income after taxes, we are expected to rise from $300,000 to up to $1 million by the third year, and for our gross profit, we're expected by the third year to rise to $1.6 million. So we ask these investors for $50,000 with a 10% stake within our company. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Whoa. Hey, boys.
Good afternoon, my name is Parker Hansen. I'm the CEO and founder of Blue Bonnet Barn. So Blue Bonnet Barn is a rustic country Texas venue. So there's a rustic theme all over the United States that is a growing trend. So a little backstory about me, I started in the wedding industry about 3 years ago. I found that there's a huge market that's available for weddings because the reception crew. Everyone's getting married no matter what. I started from bar back to bartender to wedding DJ to wedding officiant. This semester alone, I've DJed 27 weddings, and I've always wanted to open up my own venue. So we looked around, we found that in Southwest Houston, there's a lack of wedding venues that provide rustic theme, all-inclusive wedding. They have poor prices and they have poor customer service. So we plan to alleviate that. We found that our target market has 180,000 people with an average age of 22 to 36 with a household income of 92,000. On our first year, we're going to net 102,000 with an 85% ROI, and we're going to break even at 22 weddings on our 6th month. Our advertising is going to be word of mouth, community presence, social media engagements, and we're open to financing options. Again, we're Blue Bonnet Barn, we're a rustic country wedding venue, and we appreciate your time today. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Natalie Gallardo, and I'm the founder of Pure Plants. We are a microgreen business based out of Boston, Massachusetts, and we provide these young, beautiful, healthy little plants, microgreens. They're about this big, and they're just basically a baby version of adult vegetables. We found that they're very popular with high-end chefs and pharmaceutical restaurants, of which there are over 499 in the metropolitan area of Boston. We have 5 competitors, and they provide a solution that doesn't work. They provide either harvested microgreens, meaning they last only 3 or 5 days, or they provide microgreens living, but they're in dirt. So they have a lot of HACCP regulations and everything in the kitchen. Instead, we provide a living product without dirt using hydroponic methods. We're using advanced technology from the cannabis industry to make sure that our products actually at the cutting edge of what the hydroponic market can do. We are asking a 5% stake that we're offering to you for $55,000 that we can bring this to the Boston area. Thank you.
Houston was taking an exam, and so that's why you got your score.
Whoa, let's give him a break.
Granted from promise.
Yeah, give him a minute from the.
I'm good.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mason.
I'm Tristan. And I'm Houston.
And together we are ZipDog. Here at ZipDog, we solve problems consumers not being able to satisfy all their pet supplies needs in one complete package. In order to solve this problem, we designed our bundling system, an easy, quick solution for customers to meet all their pet needs in one concise way.
Our bundling system is driven off of price competitiveness and satisfying all consumer needs. Currently, our biggest competitor is Chewy, controlling over 50% of the market. Now, we're targeting college-educated individuals from the age of 45 to 54 with an income of $150,000 or more, who view their pets more as a member of the family rather than an animal. Our business model revolves around keeping our pet costs low through remaining solely online, use automated software to track and order inventory, and designing bundles to fit consumer needs.
I have previous experience working with a multi-million-dollar company which used a similar bundling system. Our CEO, Thad Pascal, has over 20 years' experience running a company which sold for over $136 million.
Our projected sales start out at $165,000. Each year following this, we plan to grow by 25 to 30%. Our break-even point is at $190,000. The purpose of this plan is for us to grow our business through the expansion of our website and to shift our internet presence from Amazon to Zip.gov. We're here asking for a 5-year loan of $32,000 at an annual 3.25% interest rate. Thank you so much, and remember, your pet is our family too.
Oh, she gets really scared in public, so I was afraid she'd freak out. She's just like a kid.
Okay, we'll all be back in a minute. So,
One sec. Hey, did you get pictures? Okay, great. Okay. Yeah, sure. One sec. Yeah.
Please went up to get a charger because she's taking pictures and posting.
And Steve is.
Yeah. So we're going to be posting pictures throughout this on Twitter, Instagram.
We got both. Pictures will come later. We gotta populate the Instagram a little bit. It's a little weird right now because
we'll follow.
It's Texas State Accelerator. It's all letters. It's TXSTXL, like extra large.
You know that. So which one are we doing? Yes. Texas State Excel for Accelerator. So we have it on Twitter, we have it on Instagram and Facebook. So we'll be posting there.
So the stream.
If you want to take pictures and post there as well, please do. And please friend us.
So the stream is at txst.link/YT for YouTube. And yeah.
Where will it be posted after this?
It'll stay there.
On there?
Mm-hmm.
Can you say that again?
Yeah. It's
It's on the email.
Yeah, it's on the email.
Glad you could join.
Yeah, so they right after the regional because someone stop. Let me do it.
I see.
Use your words, woman. You can just be shoving me like that. This is where we are now. I feel like we leapfrogged in our interpersonal development now that What? That's good, right? Good. When is your final tomorrow?
Oh, good.
So, how long is that going to take? Okay.
Did you want me to introduce the judges, or did you want to? Did you want to introduce the judges? I feel like I'm just doing too much. Are you sure? Yeah. Okay.
I like working.
Not right now, I don't.
If I can have your attention for just a short bit, I'm going to start introducing our judges to you. Did you want to know who they are? Well, first of all, let
Hi, everyone.
He's not a judge.
No.
Jeff is the entrepreneur in residence for New Ventures. New Ventures is overseeing all entrepreneurial activity here, the ecosystem here at Texas State. And it consists of our NSF grant and a MARC grant. I have the NSF grant with Dr. Jennifer Irving from MSEC. And then Steve Frazier and Dr. Tom Myers has the MARC grant. And so we oversee all the entrepreneurial activity. And then what we hope is if you have any STEM or STEM applicable businesses, you can apply for a mini grant and go through our training program, our market validation program that we're going to start in February. Yay! Yeah, it's so cool because if you get a $3,000 grant and you go through and you do your market validation, and it's a really great idea, then we'll send you to the national and try to get you a $50,000 grant. And then if you get that one, then there's a chance of getting a $225,000 grant. That's grant. That's not equity. It's free money. So, and then Mark has $20,000 that they can give to a team because they're going to have their competition in June. And if you need, they're going to have places for people to work at Star Park. Everyone's heard of Star Park, right? Our incubator. Star Park is our incubator here at Texas State. So it's really kind of exciting time that we're going through. Now, all this got started this fall. So this is really exciting. All this is happening. Oh, one more thing before I forget. If you're graduating this semester, make sure you see me before you leave because I have entrepreneurial honor cords for you. So you can have those. And then, yeah, they're green light money.
Yeah. Hey, everyone. Before we get into introducing the judges, I just want to add one more thing. So as entrepreneur in residence and as program manager for New Ventures, my job is to source talent through the Bobcat family. So students, staff, faculty, whomever is working on businesses and patentable IP. So even though we have this NSF pipeline, which is STEM focused, our New Ventures pipeline is open to just about everyone. And also Texas State Accelerator, which is running this stream, as well as trying to get our social media traction and things like that, right? We are just as invested in small business development here in Central Texas and San Marcos as our innovation pipeline. So small business, startup, business, whatever, we don't care. The point is if you're working on something, I'd like to get to know you and work with you. So that's why I'm here today.
Jeff at txstate.edu.
Yeah, so you can remember that. You don't even have to spell my last name, which is a horrifying 4 letters. Yeah, but yeah, it's Jeff, just J-E-F-F, so send me an email.
And soon we'll have a website, we're hoping. There'll be entrepreneurship.txstate.edu.
Yep.
So that we'll have everything listed there.
Yep.
So that's pretty exciting. So I'll start over here and start with Jay Horn. Say hi, Jay.
They want to have their class rings. Did I give it to you?
Yeah.
That's cool. See? I'm famous on campus. Thank you.
Young Alumni Association.
Yes, Young Alumni Council, outgoing chair as of last week.
Jay went through our entrepreneurship program. How long ago?
2009. My graduation. So I met you in 2008. 10 years ago. She wasn't any easier then. So I've been in your shoes.
Yeah, and we were in room 105.
Yes.
And I remember your business plan.
She's saying that because in our presentation we had the nerve to stand up in front of the judges and say we would not invest in this business if we were you. It is not going to make money, and we were just standing behind that to tell you that today. We weren't going to fluff it, and it was like very humbling to be up there and say that, and everybody in class was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Do you want me to just finish my dinner?
Yeah.
Let's see. So long. Okay, so graduated from here in 2009 with entrepreneurship concentration with my management degree. Took a year off, came back on my MBA. In 2014, graduated with that.
Came back and mentored this class.
Came back and mentored this class, 3-day startup, thanks to her. A number of times I've judged these business plans. probably 6 or 7 times now, not as much as some others that have done it every year since inception. I'm not pointing any fingers. So yes, I've been in your shoes, gone through all the classes like you're going through if you stick with the program. Been in banking since 2006, done everything from retail to commercial real estate lending and financial planning, and now I'm a financial advisor at Southside Bank in Austin. So very entrepreneurial by background as well. Got a family of entrepreneurs at my side, so there's a lot of people in your network so you can bounce ideas off of, which is really great, and stay in contact with your classmates and your, it's a lot of fun to do that too. And like Jenna said, I'm the now officially past chair of the Young Alumni Council, which was created to focus on integrating our young alumni back to Texas State when you graduate. So even though you leave and you go on to your careers, we would love for you to stay in contact with the university to see things that are changing. It's a lot of fun to come back and see things like Ingrown and other things on campus that change when you leave and come back. It's a lot of fun. So, and I am officially a lecturer for the spring semester at Texas State as well, as of today. So, you haven't seen the presentation that I'm going to give, so I wouldn't apply yet. I mean, it could be a small but thank you for having me.
And next we have Kent Hamilton. Kent used to work here a long time ago. In fact, that's how I first met Steve Smith. Mr. Smith was because of Kent. Kent was a development officer. He got a job offer someplace else. He left us. We were very sad. And we were so sad and said, oh, please come back. And he came back, and now he's back. But Kent has had his own business as well. It was a seasonal business. Can I tell him? Because he used to have Santa Clauses, Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus business that he had a long time ago. But now he's awesome. I love having him come back as a judge because, well, like all of our judges here, they all add something different, a different perspective. And so it's always great to have him continue to come back every year. So we really appreciate him too. Jay and Kent and Steve seem to be our staple here lately. Steve Smith, I am so excited about having him. He graduated from here.
She says that every time.
I love Steve. I mean, he is so awesome. He is a Bobcat through and through, and he really loves Texas State. And I think the very first business plan competition I had, he was a judge, and he's been back almost every time. I always feel guilty for keep asking him to come back because it's just, he is a CPA. He had a cable company in the Midwest. Big major deal. Yeah, very important. But his background as a CPA, it's always good to have him come in and look at the financials because he has so much experience as a CPA in looking at yours. So we're really excited about having Steve always come back and join us as well. Thank you. Yes, we did clap for you. Michaela, I gotta tell you, we're so excited about having her. Michaela teaches over in the biology department. She's had a business. She had a medical device business. She could do a swab of the inside of your cheek and tell whether or not the medicine that you're taking would work for the condition that you had or not. So she started that business while she was pregnant. She's running this business. So we're really lucky to have her here at Texas State because we're real excited about having her be part of our NSF grant and being part of our team, so part of our entrepreneurial team. So she's new this semester, and we're excited about having her. And she's also has gone to school here.
Yeah, I'm also an alumni. I ran track and cross country here, and I'm on the triathlon team. And some of my students are like, how do you know about business? And my PhD's in cell and molecular biology. But I'm an entrepreneur, successful entrepreneur. So.
Isn't that cool? We're lucky to have her. Thank you so much. You know, yeah. And if you haven't been to her place here in town, please do stop by and see her. It is called Splash Co-working Space. It's a co-working space. It's on LBJ, just past the square as you're coming towards University on the right-hand side. So if you haven't been by there, please stop there and see it. I mean, it's a great entrepreneurial space to meet other entrepreneurs. So if you ever need a place to work or something or become a member of, really encourage you to do that because you're going to build a network. And as you know, networking is everything. But Karina is also a graduate of Texas State. And we're also going to be starting our Angel Network. She's starting the Angel Network, which we're excited about because that means we get to tap into it here at Texas State. So, thank you. And this is her first time here.
For this judging competition,
Yeah, for this one. Yeah, so this one. Great. Thank you so much for your patience. I know everybody was going to listen to her say one more word. Okay. Just a few more, and then I'll promise to sit down. You all have your the people that are presenting have a 5-minute pitch, and then there'll be 10 minutes for Q&A, and I will be doing the timing. And Mr. Thompson will tell you who's going to be coming up first.
Zip John.
Fresh delivery here.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mason.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Tristan.
I'm Ramsey. And I'm Houston.
And together we are
ZipDog.
ZipDog is an online e-commerce pet supplies retailer. Our product line consists of foods, health items, and accessories for pets with an emphasis on our dog products. Our mission statement is to bring long life and good health to every pet in the world. Here at ZipDog, we saw a problem with consumers not being able to satisfy all their pet supplies needs in one complete package. In order to solve this problem, we designed our bundling system, a quick, easy solution for customers to meet all their pet needs in one concise way. Now I'll pass it over to Dan.
So in order to achieve a competitive advantage, we offer a combination of our bundling systems, auto shipping, and free items aware at purchasing tiers. Our bundling system is designed for price competitiveness and satisfying all consumer needs. Currently, our biggest competitor is Chewy's, controlling over 50% of the market. No interest.
Alright, so our primary target market is college-educated individuals from the age of 45 to 54 with an income of $150,000 or more. Now for our secondary target market, we are targeting individuals from the age of 35 to 44 and 55 to 64 with a household income of roughly $60,000 to $150,000. Now these consumers are willing to pay more for their pets because they view them more as a member of the family rather than a pet. Now according to the American Pet Products Association, the market size of the pet food and supplies industry within 2017 was roughly about $69 billion in the United States. Now for our business model, again, it revolves around keeping our pet costs low through remaining solely online using automated software to target or to order inventory and to design bundles fit to the customer needs. Now I'm going to hand it over to Ramsey to finish the rest of this model.
We have already established a customer base that we are currently selling to, but we have plans to grow the base and transfer them to our website. We plan on marketing to our existing base and then transferring them also to our website. Our marketing strategy consists of demographic target emails, virtual online raffles, and
Automated listing software.
automated listing software. Our priority has always been to design bundles while creating complementary products.
While staying below $50.
Yeah, while staying below $50. Our milestones have always been, after 3 years, reach profitability. After each year, 25 to 30% sales and growth. And then transferring over to our third-party logistics. Now I'm going to transfer you back over to Mason.
I have previous experience working for a multi-million-dollar company which used a similar bundling system. Our CEO, Thad Pascal, has over 20 years experience founding and then running a bundle warranty company we sold for over $136 million. Now I'll pass it over to Houston.
Regarding Zip.Dog's financial summary, we began our projected sales at $165,000 in the first year. Each year following this, we plan to grow the sales by 25 to 30%. Our break-even point is at $190,000. The return on investment ratio calculates to 3.8, which indicates that our investments gain favorably to our costs. And finally, the contribution margin is at 70%. The purpose of this plan is to grow our business through the expansion of our website and to shift our internet presence from Amazon to Zip.Dog. In order for us to fund this transition, we are here asking you for a 5-year loan of $32,000 at an annual 3.25% interest rate. On top of this, we'll be contributing $5,000 of our own capital in order to fund this expansion. Thank you so much for your time. And remember, your family is our pet too. Or your pet is our family. Thank you so much for your time.
Hey, 10 minutes for Q&A. Sorry now.
Ladies first.
So, so you made your opposition and the threats. How are you going to deal with these potential competition and threat? Because we see Chewy all the time, but I'm not sure how you're going to overcome those specific threats when it comes to your competition.
So one of the ways that Chewy gains so much of a user base is they spend a lot of money on customer acquisition costs. So somewhere it speculates over like $250 sometimes to acquire just one customer. So what Chewy's did was dig itself into a hole of a lot of debt in order to fund all the customers that they have, and they were just bought out by PetSmart. So what we have is a wide variety of cheaper, much more larger scale marketing techniques. So for example, the viral marketing that we're talking about is we use something called contest domination. And so contest domination is like an email chain that you send out to your friends. And so for every email, or for every time you send out to your friends for an email, you get a coupon yourself, and you're entered into a raffle to win our bundling software. Another thing we use is Amazon. So right now, you're not allowed to use the emails you get from Amazon and to remarket towards them. They're considered Amazon customers, not ours. But through our listing software that we use called Zentel, it allows us to list on other online marketplaces like Google Marketplace, or Google Express is a new one that's coming out, eBay, Walmart, and through listing on there, they don't have a policy that doesn't allow us to email their customers directly in order to drive them towards our site. So while we can't compete with the amount of spending that Chewy's have on marketing, we can't compete through much smaller, less expensive forms of marketing. So essentially what we do is we sell our bundles, not for a loss, but not as big of a profit as we would on the other online marketplaces, and then we use the emails we get from there to market them directly to transfer them over to our website.
Who is your third-party logistics company, and what do they do for you?
So we wanted to keep that confidential. But basically,
that's what you said in the presentation. That's why it was the first question that I asked.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So right now we use Amazon, and it's called Fulfillment by Amazon. And so a problem we have with them is that it's expensive, basically. They take a large cut of our sales. You pay for the warehousing and the transportation of the goods. But our third-party logistics, since we want to move away from Amazon in the first place, once we move away, we can no longer use their distribution chain. So we have to use our own third party.
So they'll do what? They'll essentially fulfill your orders.
Yes, sir.
And who manufactures your dog food and cat food?
We use multiple different manufacturers, and we buy in wholesale. So some of our biggest ones are Taste of the Wild and Blue Buffalo.
And this is an existing business, I'm guessing.
Yes, sir. These are products that we're actually selling. These are real bundles.
Or dog food on the left and cat food on the right.
How much has already been put into the company? Sweat equity and already existing?
I'm not really sure I can answer that entirely. Because I work with my dad and he handles a lot of the finances and investing.
What's the cost for a bundle? And how does that compare to your competitors?
So we try to keep all of our bundles under $50 because through a lot of testing on Amazon, we've discovered that the bundles that sell best are right at $49. So we try to keep most of them that way, but there are definitely larger packages we have that sell for more than that. And compared to our competitors, I would say half the time they're cost competitive, and the other time they're not. But one of the things we've noticed is that even when our packages are more expensive, they offer the ease of use and the whole value you get in the bundle as compared to having to buy it separately. So we see that other places are selling these products that you can buy for more individually, but when we sell it together in a bundle, people are still buying it, and quite a bit.
So the $49 bundle would be expected to last a pet owner how long? I mean, obviously the size of it.
It depends on which bundle, because a lot of the bundles, while they're $49, can include different things. So this one right here isn't meant to last particularly as long because it includes some health items with it as well as the food and the toppings. But there are other ones where we might have these, but it would be 12 of them. And it's the same price, but it doesn't include the dry dog foods, but it lasts you much longer. So to answer your question, I couldn't tell you exactly how much each one specifically lasts because they're all different.
It's getting there. Oh, that's not good. How'd you come up with your bank rate? I mean, your financing rate.
Our financing rate?
Why are you asking 3.25? Have you shopped that in the market?
You talking about for the $32,000 loan?
Yes.
We worked with the professors on that because we're not very good at financials, to be completely honest. So that's what we decided we need to start the venture.
To keep our cash flows positive, that's what we needed in order to do that. So 32,000 I can understand. So 3.25 you're never going to get. That's it. No, that's the third year. By the end of the third year.
You're talking about the loan? Or
you have a loan for 3.25 interest rate. That's what you're asking for.
Right, 3.25% interest rate.
3.25, right? Right. That's less than anything that's out there. So that's why I was asking where you got your rate.
Gotcha. We honestly, what I did is I looked at some of the investment rates that I thought were pretty good, and that's why we put that 3.25.
Yeah. Most people go for the bank first. Banks are usually the lowest rate. If you're looking at private equity, it's going to be a higher rate, right? So you're looking at somebody who doesn't have the intentions the bank is going to have in place for your loan, because like the bank is investing in your company, that's why they get the interest rate, right? So the same thing, if you're looking for private equity, it's going to be a higher rate. So 3.25 is less than the primary rate. So
usually, what would you look for in that type
I would benchmark off a couple of banks and see what's out there for small business loans. You know, see what they're looking at. SBA, you got some terms for that, but you gotta have experience in the industry. You're almost there. Most people look for 2 years of experience. You got 15 months according to the business plan, right? Give or take.
For how old the business is?
Yes.
Yeah, it's about 2.5 years.
So 2.5 years, so you would be able to meet benchmarks for the SBA component of it. And if you're looking to ramp up, SBA has requirements for you to go ahead and financing for them. Your rate's going to be somewhere around 6 or 7%, generally in that range, right? So benchmark it next time instead of throwing a rate in there that may not be feasible, right? Because that's the thing that jumped out to me. On the financial statements, you buy inventory once a year.
Yes, sir.
How does that work?
We buy inventory once a year in order to keep the same inventory at the very end of the year. So we buy inventory at the first year, what we normally do on the very first year. The second year, what we did on our numbers, we kept it the same because we're not very sure what we're going to need. So that's what we kept at that same number, and then we go off based from our experience.
I just found it interesting that as I looked at that line item all the way across, you bought it in January, but people are buying all of the food from your inventory stock, and you never replenished it. That's why I was asking for that.
I think, I'm sorry, state the question again just real quick.
So your inventory on the financial statement shows that you bought in January $5,637 worth of inventory. That's your expense for your inventory.
Yes,
the
sir.
rest of the year you have no inventory expense. So it tells me you have no expense related inventory, but people are buying the products, right? So you have to replenish that. So
We
you
buy
have a
inventory
cost
every
somewhere.
month.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So where is that? So if we think we've been in business for a couple of years, we kind of benchmark, feel like we need to have. So in your business,
the reason I'm asking this question, to go back a little further, is one of your main risks is inventory, right? If you invest in this product and you don't sell it, now you've got a bunch of food, dog food, cat food, sitting around that's not being sold. So your cost is in your inventory, right? So you've got to be able to rotate through it periodically, right?
I don't know if this answers your question, but we do use like an automated shipping and ordering manufacturing software. So whenever something gets bought, we buy more of it.
So your inventory is low, and you mentioned the Amazon thing earlier. But if you go into a new producer going forward for your third-party logistics, that's my main concern with the inventory piece.
Yes, sir. Well, in order to do that, we buy it by the month in order to make sure that we're up with the demand and everything like that. And like you said about the auto shipping, that's a big thing. And so what they do is they purchase the bundles and they set an auto shipment date. So like maybe a month later or so, they get the other bundle. So we get that into our computers. We understand when to buy more inventory.
And that helps.
Yes, sir.
I can just see that as a big risk. That's what I understand. Thank you.
We have time for one more question.
I wanted to ask more about the management team. I just would like a little bit more explanation on the background that y'all are going from, the management experience that y'all listed here.
My management personal experience with that vessels.
That, and then how your role plays into where you would be onboarding into the company.
How what?
Where you'd be onboarding into the company and having a stronger role. It looks like organizational chart shows each one of their roles and how you guys are going to play in the company as well.
Okay, as for the rest of my group, I talked to professors early in the year, but considering we were running business, we didn't want to have any kind of liabilities putting other people as roles in existing business. I didn't want that written on a paper or submitted anywhere. We figured that might have some kind of legal ramifications later on down the road. And so I just listed me because I got to do work there, and then my father. So as for experience-wise, my father used to own Protect America, which was a home security company in Austin, Texas. And they sold national home security systems, and they what they did was they revolutionized the industry by introducing like bundles. First of all, most people were just selling it like individual security systems, stickers and stuff, but this lets you buy all in one. Payment through credit, online sales, and a home install, so you can install by yourself. And so he funded it by himself, and eventually sold it to the I can't remember the name of the exact people, but they own the Cleveland Cavaliers. He sold to them for over $136 million. And then my experience was I worked for there over 2 years, and I've been, as cheesy as it sounds, I've been mentored by my dad since I was a kid in business, so I've been learning a lot from him. And I also worked this company for 2 years, through all the places.
Thank you.
Move on.
This is an interesting way to do it because nobody knows if they got picked or not until they get their names called. I know, but they don't, so they just kind of have to wait. It's a little scary, honestly. You like that? You like that very artistic black and white shot? Thank you. Thank you. And I like it because the phone screen is cracked. That's a symbol. Symbolic of my messages are broken. My social life is broken. My hopes and dreams for the future broken. Broken. Shattered. But still clinging to life. Still functional, but barely. Sometimes I bleed. Sometimes I bleed. Sometimes it hurts. Everybody cries.
Good afternoon. My name is Parker Hansen. I'm Tyler.
Tyler Torres. Tyler Hewlett.
So, if I can have everyone please raise your hand if you're planning on getting married. Okay, that's a lot. Okay. So, we wanted to open up a wedding venue. We looked all around. We looked in this area. We looked in all over Texas. We found that in Southwest Houston, there was a lack of wedding venues that could cater to the needs of the customers that we want to provide. There are no rustic venues that provide what we want to provide. We're going to offer all-inclusive packages. We're going to offer good pricing, and we're also going to offer excellent customer service. We found that our competitors just do not match the going to leave it off to Charles Rivers to explain more of this.
Our solution. We plan to be cheaper than our competitors, offering about $6,000 per wedding. We'll also be offering all-inclusive wedding packages as well as exceptional customer service. And lastly, we will offer a spacious wedding venue that will hold up to 300 guests. Javier is going to cover our market activity.
So we use Simply Analytics and US Census to determine the size of our target market in the 12 counties surrounding Richmond, Texas. Our target market is primarily couples 22 to 36 with the average household income of $92,000. We found that there's about 180,000 people within this target market, and their employment is primarily in the retail, healthcare, and education industries. Now Matt's going to talk about it.
So in year one, we're expecting to make $12,000 per month. In year two, we'll be expecting to make twice that. In year three, we'll be making $55,000 per month in revenue. We expect to break even after 23 weddings, which should put us in about our 6th month of business. Or if we're looking to just break even by year two, all we need to do is capture 12% of our target market. I also want to talk briefly about our competitive landscape. So there are 5 key competitors in Richmond, Texas that we'll be competing with, 3 of which are indirect and 2 of which are direct. The indirect ones are listed at the bottom here, and they're listed as indirect because hosting weddings, it's a secondary source of revenue for them, whereas our direct competitors, it is their primary resource. Primary revenue source. Safari Texas Ranch is one of the direct competitors we looked at, and after doing some research on them, we discovered that one of their weaknesses is that they lack quality customer service, which should be a pretty easy fix if we put our cards right. And the other one is Crossy Acres, and their key weakness is that they do not provide a sound system to any of their events, which we will. Now I'm going to leave it off with Tyler here. He's going to talk about our marketing strategy.
Yeah, so our main marketing strategy is going to be reaching through our demographic through social media such as Facebook and Instagram. We're going to be paying them $100 per month to boost our profile and our posts, so that way we can reach up to 867 people per day. And that's great because, as we said, we're a rustic themed venue, meaning that we're a rustic themed venue, and those are currently the most popular types of venue in the U.S. They've been rising steadily in popularity since 2009, and currently right now, 52% of the weddings that are happening in the U.S. are outdoor rustic themed venues. So once we bring in people and have them research our company a little bit, they'll notice that we are a more affordable option than the other competitors in the area. So once they see that, they'll hopefully get married at our venue. They'll be able to spread through word of mouth and other sort of rating systems, and with that we can spend more money. We'll get more people in to have weddings. We spend more money on marketing through like Google Analytics and other sorts of social engagements. And right now that's our main marketing strategy. So now I want to pass on to Parker for our conclusion.
So a little bit about us. I've been in the industry for about 3 years now. I've worked my way up from bar back to bartender to wedding officiant to wedding DJ. I spoke earlier in my experience. My team has a lot of experience. Javier used to be a bartender for a lot of service weddings. Matt has worked with sound. He's done a lot of sound all over the San Marcos area. Tyler has done promotions for a lot of Texas State, working with the service learning industry. And Charles Rivers has worked with the food truck industry, so he knows how to work with caterers and how to kind of bring everything together. Again, we're Blue Bonnet Barn, we're a rustic country wedding venue. We appreciate your time today. Thank you very much.
Right, 10 minutes for Q&A. How much market share does your competition have, and how do you compensate for against your competition?
So, I think it was about 2% is Texas, or 2% is the area, right?
Yeah, our whole area covers about 2% of Texas. So,
So 2%. So it's 180,000 people in that area. It's Southwest Houston, 22 to 35. So we're going to take the competitive advantage because there's no rustic venue out there. A lot of millennials really want to get married in a rustic theme. They want a luxurious wedding, but they also want to be too show off. So we've kind of found that, and we've found a market that can take our business.
And to follow up with that question, how long do you ride this rustic trend? Because with trends, I mean, the rustic is in right now, but say, for when the trend is pretty much gone?
Well, we're an ever-evolving business, so we're going to continuously keep building it, and eventually we actually want to franchise, so we can kind of like cater to the other needs of maybe other venues.
So franchise, to follow up with that question, so if you expand to a different county or even a different state, so everyone's going to have a different taste in that. So, I mean, are you still going to?
So we're actually going to be, we're pretty well networked around the United States. We want to expand into the neighboring countries like Louisiana, New Mexico, Colorado, and we'll basically get a set for like how people act around there and kind of what their tastes are. And we can kind of gear our wedding event business to that kind of demographic.
Is this your baby?
Yes.
Are you serious about this? So there's a little place up the road called Texas Old Town.
I've been there. I've DJ'd there.
You need to speak. What's the guy's name that owns it? Older
know.
guy. You need to ask him this story.
Okay.
He started with one building, and now he has 4.
Really?
Right? So he's got the biggest one, and then he built, like she was saying, the other types. So he's got one that's hand planed rustic, like you're talking about, and he's got one that's all stone, and so on and so on. So you take the revenue and you turn it back into the company.
Franchise it.
Yeah. No, like not franchise it. Like he had several of these throughout the state, but scale it on your property. You own 11 acres if your plan gets carried out.
Yeah.
So you take that revenue and then build another building right next to it. So now instead of renting out for how much a month the first year?
Well, so for each event will be 6,000 on average.
Yeah. So now you've got 2 buildings to rent out every weekend, right? And you rent Friday, Saturday. So you have cyclicality, right? So how do you offset your cyclicality? That's my follow-up question. So you labeled yourself as a wedding venue.
We're going to do all sorts of events, so quinceañeras, birthday parties, corporate events. So we're not only going to market as a wedding venue, but that will be our primarily outcome for revenue. Can you explain your question more? There's some part that I was going to touch on a little bit more.
The cyclicality or the expansion? So the
Please.
cyclicality. So if you're in the wedding business, when are your hot months, when your low months, right? You're talking in your projections. You talked about per month. I'm sure that's the year divided by 12, right?
Exactly.
But you didn't touch base on it that I saw here. Like you're gonna be standing around with twiddling your thumbs in what months?
It does fluctuate. So in the spring and the fall are our key seasonalities.
Yeah.
So that's when the wedding industry is booming. We'll be twiddling our thumbs in the winter and summer.
Yeah, so how do you offset that? And how do you gain the revenue from that? And you're talking about the corporate. So yeah.
So you're talking about
We only talked about the weddings in here, so I just wanted you to look at that to enhance the plan later. And then I would go through and review some of your expected expenses, because I think some of them need a little tweaking. So I made notes on you.
Appreciate it. So how do you plan to market this to your other customers if you're saying you're using it as a corporate venue or for other types of events? What is the plan for that?
Well, what we'll mainly do for that is we'll have sort of like we'll have a website, we'll have an options tab for them to kind of look at and see like pricing on like what other types of
How are you going to get them to the website?
well, so like I said, we're going to be using Facebook and Instagram, maybe other sorts of yeah, we use Google Analytics. We use other sorts of like social medias, and we'll be paying them to boost our posts. So basically, what that is we pay Facebook and Instagram however much a month or how much a day, and we'll pick out specific demographics, specific groups that we want to kind of go for. So we can pick specific companies, do that kind of thing, and it'll show up on feeds. Maybe whenever people type in, venues in my area, like the first one to pop up will be expensive on that.
And not only that, but we benchmarked 3 other wedding venues, and we found that word of mouth is a good factor. Going to bridal shows, we're going to have a vendor list, so we're going to have lots of other vendors that can kind of be like, hey, you should go to this place, like I'm going to Boozy Bakery, they're going to have cakes that we're going to be using. If we want to go to a ring shop, we have locals that are going to work with us, like DJs and fishy and some of that. They're going to use our venue. So we'll have a lot of word of mouth as well as social media.
I had a question about social media because 867 is a very specific number. I understand
And we had, sort of like an expense where we would spend each month on boosting our posts. And that's something that Facebook and Instagram, they gauge. Like, you say, I'm going to spend this much per day, they're going to be like, okay, we can reach this roughly. Like, I think for us, if we did the $100 per month, it would have been like 320 to 867 people per day. So I said up to 867 people per day, being a little optimistic about that.
Yeah.
So.
Because I mean, if you're going to really divulge into the SEO and trying to hit the market that you are, I think you're undercutting what you're going to be really needing to pull to differentiate yourself from other venues. And then specific to your target industries, depending on your peak time frame throughout the year, what that's going to look like. And at your $6,000, as far as being inclusive, I'm curious if you're going to be packaging that with preferred vendors to where they're either at a retainer or an expected contract rate, because 6,000 is about half of what the average wedding is costing right now. And if you're getting those demographics of 96,000 annual years, you're missing a huge amount of revenue that you probably should be able to.
So we're going to start out with 6,000, but we're going to gradually increase. We actually benchmarked several venues, and that's the venues we started at around 6,000. For all inclusive weddings, about 7,000, and everyone was able to actually make a profit. So it should work out.
2,000 for to cover as your profit.
Because we get a percentage off every single person who receives it.
You're building, you're buying your land and building your building from scratch, right?
Yes, sir.
How long do you think that's going to take to accomplish?
Basically about 6 months.
6 months? I don't see in your projection any period where I don't see the 6 month accrual of interest payments and other expenses you're going to have while you're building that building.
I think that'd be hours and hours. It's crystal.
I see month 1 you have revenue. You have month 0 you're spending all your. Sure. And your well, you have okay, year 0 and then year 1. This is during year 0 you're going to be spending your 600 or whatever you have $102,000 in year 0. Does that accommodate for 6 months?
Accommodates equity as well as part of it.
I'd make that clear. Where's your cash flow?
Right. So
yeah, see, you have started in month 1, you're already making revenue. You want the interest, your land interest, your interest, as soon as you start building
all right, next question, please.
No, that was it.
Okay.
Dr. Bus.
guys, my name is Austin Stelling. I'm one of the founders of the Thunderbus Company. I want to thank you investors for coming out today. We really appreciate just having us out. And I want to start off by introducing our team. Like I said, my name is Austin Stelling.
I'm Connor Doherty.
I'm Braden Artera.
I'm Taylor Hood.
And I'm Rob Page.
So the problem for the Thunderbus Company. We found through our market research that local bus companies in the San Marcos area, such as Skyline and Lone Star buses, prove time and time again to have unsafe and unreliable transportation systems. In our market research, we found that online that these companies have poor ratings time and time again. And they also, in our survey, we found that 32% of riders have actually been left behind by these buses. So we want to bring a new solution to the table to provide high-quality buses that have a safe riding experience and exceptional customer service. But now I'd like to pass it over to Connor.
Thank you, Austin. I'd like to reiterate on a little bit about our competitors, how they lack, such as the simple necessities. We also want to differentiate ourselves with a clean custom interior, monthly maintenance on the buses as well as like custom sound systems as well too. Also as well, we want to offer an application that will allow for our riders to check and track each step of the bus each way to find out where they are on 6th Street and how they're going to get there safely to and from as well. It is included in the application as well too. It's an attendance tracker as well, a QR code that allows for us to track each rider to and from the bus, as well as the drivers can track where the riders are as well too. So I'd like to hand it off to my colleague Braden Artera.
Thank you, Connor. And I would like to touch on the customer service of Thunderbus. Our competitors are known for having bad customer service with the drivers yelling at the riders, and on occasions, from our primary research, drivers actually drinking and driving while they're transporting the students or riders to 6th Street. So what Thunderbus is going to do to fix that is we're going to train our riders to be responsive to any problems that might occur on the bus, and we will also offer a guarantee where the riders will have a safe passage to 6th Street and back to San Marcos. And if we don't meet that requirement, we will give a Thunderbus token, which gives the rider a free ride when they come in ride with us again. And now I'd like to hand it off to Taylor.
Thank you, Braden. And so we did project that our target market does that at 21,963 Texas State students. And majority of those at that target market is groups and organizations within San Marcos or Texas State. And for our primary research, there was definitely a portion that do not or not involved organizations, so we did include that as well. That's exactly how we found the target market. So who do these people look like? Well, they are either students involved in organizations. They're between the ages of 18 and 23. 66% ride 1 to 5 times per year, and the overall majority of them are willing to pay $15, which our ticket price is $50. So now I'd like to hand it off to Rylan to let y'all know how we're going to reach our first customer.
Thank you. As Taylor stated in the previous section, we have a target market of over 21,000 students each. What we plan on doing, this is a contracting for a local apartment complex called Coffee Beach Townhomes here in San Marcos. And in our first year, when we're running 3 buses, we plan on running about 4 nights a week and filling in capacity to have a constant customer flow. To reaching our students, we're trying to advertise on campus through our flyer and then also through social media marketing with our Instagram, Facebook, and website. In order to provide a safe ride, we have a localized position in the center of San Marcos here for our base of operations, and it's about a 6 to 8 minute drive over to Copper Beach to pick up our students. The pickup time around 10:30, we'll drive them to 6th Street, which is about a 28 to 35 minute drive. Once they have their time and their experience, we have about a pickup time around 2 o'clock in the morning, which will get them home safely. I'd like to hand it over to Taylor again to finish off with our financials.
Thank you, Rylan. So we are expected to break even on the first 7 months by selling 18,000 tickets priced at $15 per ticket out of our 21,000 target market. We do plan to each invest $4,800 for personal equity. As for gross profit, as you can see, we are expected to grow exponentially from $500,000 to $1 million by the 3rd year, $1.6 million, sorry. And then at net income after taxes, so after we've already paid ourselves, we are expected to reach up to $1 million by the 3rd year as well. For our loans, we are planning on taking out $108,000 for 3 buses for the first year. And we actually investors for $50,000 to put a 10% stake in our company to alleviate the cost for these loans and to take up our equity as well. So thank you so much. We have 10 minutes now for Q&A.
So, how are you identifying yourself? Are you an experience company? Are you a transportation company? Or are you a fleet management company?
It's transportation to and from 6th Street.
Charter buses.
So you can see that our Comfort Beach to 6th Street. So basically, we have a deal with Comfort Beach for theoretical speaking, the apartment complex. What happens now is these buses, these other bus companies pick up students at Comfort Beach, which we contacted Comfort Beach, and they're wanting a new bus company. They're unsatisfied with the bus company that they're currently using. So basically what we would do is we would take Comfort Beach and we would advertise basically their name, their apartment complex, in correlation to us advertising to them, or there as well. So it's a win-win for us. So there's already students going to Comfort Beach and getting picked up.
Yeah, you're contracting as a service company, and you're providing a service of transportation.
Yes.
Versus being a transportation company that provides ongoing transportation. So, how are you making sure that you're inclusive and what the buses are allowing is it's not leaving out any demographics or handicap accessible, and to try to combat some of the issues that you were talking about? How are you going to do a vetting system with your drivers?
Okay. Well, so as you said, handicap accessible, like every bus that we will take will meet every single code regulation that will be needed to be a successful bus transportation service to and from 6th Street. For your next question, it was
As far as management goes, so to start off, we have 5 people on our team. So the first year of business, 2 of us will be running the management side, and 3 of them will be bus drivers. So they're going to be our initial bus drivers. And so in our financials, we included CDL certifications as well as training costs for training bus drivers to go with this. So that'll be our first round of, employees for the first year. And then as we expand and buy more buses, we'll just have to go through a hiring process.
And last question, your storage plant is still there on site at the apartment complex?
Our storage is at our location that lines
Central Point.
Central Point, which has some land that we'd be able to store buses.
Okay. So
Our location is primarily just for bus storage, and then our pickup location is going to be the Copper Beach contract.
Is it zone commercial or is it just?
Yes, it is commercial.
Good.
I have one more question.
what are the barriers to entry into this market?
I think the main barriers to entry is going to be, cost and certification and insurance. Getting an insurance policy accepted is going to be probably the biggest step for us, just because we are transporting, a large amount of people down the highway. So that's going to be the biggest thing. But once we should be able to get approved for a policy for that, and it's going to be a hefty policy, so that's probably going to be the hardest part for us. And then it's just going to be getting certifications for the bus drivers.
You're confident you'll be able to get that insurance if you talk to insurance?
My dad works in insurance. He works in upper level management, Progressive. I talked with him, and he said it wouldn't be the cheapest auto policy by any means, but it'll work. And there's other companies out there doing it too. And so, other companies around the state of Texas can do it. So we're going to be approved as well.
And this 801 Chestnut Street, is it relatively high profile?
It's in between two major apartment complexes.
Yeah. It's next to an apartment complex.
So would that be a future pickup point?
It could be a future pickup point. So that's
otherwise, you don't need, if you're just driving the pickup point, then any donkey place will work.
So
it's
yeah,
a very
our
large
location,
traffic area.
Yeah, it'll allow us to pivot if that avenue opens up.
So, refresh my memory, how many companies are already in business?
In San Marcos, there are 2. Skyline and Lone Star buses are the only competition in the area. And both of them, as you can see online, as we showed in one of our first slides, they both consistently have poor reviews, bad ratings. and people still use them, and their business is still full. I mean, they fill up their buses, every single night of the week, and they still have poor service. So with us thinking, bringing in higher quality, and our primary research points out that they are willing to pay more, we can still fill the buses and have a safer riding environment for our customers. I do. A lot of organizations in the area use buses. So another way we can pivot as well, if there wasn't enough business, is we are only driving 4 nights a week. We're profitable driving 4 nights a week throughout the year. And so another way we can pivot is offering private rides, and that's throughout the summer as well. There is business in the summer, it's just a little bit slow.
So in our financials, we took account to that. I personally did all of basically the cash sales. And so during the beginning of the fall, we are more profitable because that's when school starts, that's when everyone's back in school. November is worst best time, so that's when people want to go out and have more fun. And we've taken the Easter account at Ash Wednesday and Easter as well, so people are less likely to go out or maybe want to go out to Austin. So I really did take into account every single day and every single week of the year and when that would be more profitable for us during the year. So that is all included in the financials.
And is there any liability on your company for anything that might happen associated with your age group?
So our policy with that, all riders can be, right now, it's kind of unregulated, so our new policy is going to be waivers. So basically you're going to have to sign a waiver, and we're also going to have our insurance policy to protect our.
But no other outside drinks will be allowed on the bus.
That's the scary thing about the party bus industry now. It's all underage drinking.
They bring my king on the bus. I'm partially biased. I've ridden party buses before, and you get all spectrums of the really great ones, and the really you're just looking for the very cheap price to go to Austin. San Marcos has a pretty booming bar scene, so I'm surprised there's still a lot of demand to go towards Austin. The part that I always thought the bus companies were missing from an entrepreneur standpoint was not scheduling 2 to 3 visits at night. So you have a bus that leaves at 8, you have a bus that leaves at 9, you have a bus that leaves at 10, and then you have, in conjunction with those, you have a bus that picks up at 11, one that picks up at 12, one that picks up at 1, however you shift it through, right? So the biggest issue is like the airplane industry. Your bus only makes money when people get on the bus. You make the money. So that's why the bus drivers don't give 2 craps about people getting back on the bus. You're paid. You got to where you're going. So I feel like you have risk for control, and like she alluded to earlier, how you guarantee that you'll have a better quality as other ones. It's too hot for me as an investor to look at, just because I know personally some of the stuff that's happened in the last 12 to 18 months with buses. People got left or run over and killed. I see this in San Marcos as being the next thing that gets chopped as something that you're able to do, which would be allow bus services to pick up people for this reason because of the stuff that's happening in that. So it's just a matter of time before I feel like this gets squashed down pretty good.
Well, that's a good point that you bring up, and obviously if anything can happen, State University can do anything to alleviate that or to do that, but there really is no guarantee when it comes to any business. I mean, there obviously is a higher safety net than other businesses, and this definitely could look concerning to you, which I completely understand. But we, as for the safety part, as for people getting run over and everything like that, how do you guarantee, someone, the driver's not being left behind? And that's something that we put in our mission statement, and that we guarantee, and that's what we pride ourselves on, is the fact that we work so hard towards not letting anyone left behind.
That's part of the application as well, yeah.
Does anyone have fleet management experience on the team?
So I currently drive party boats actually on Lake Austin. So I drive bus charters every single weekend out on Lake Austin, but they're just on the lake and stuff. So I have experience taking people around and kind of the service side industry and in that ballpark, but I do not have specifically bus experience.
No party left behind would be a good do you have restrooms on your buses?
Yes. That's one of the upgrades we want to do.
And the app will just show availability. It wouldn't actually.
So the app is actually a GPS tracking app as well as an attendance tracking app. And And so basically what it'll allow, so anybody that pays for the bus rider ticket $15 can sign up on the app, completely free, and they can look on the map, kind of just like the TechState app is now, and see where the bus is at, so it'll help you find it, help you pick up location and whatnot. And then also, whenever you get on the bus, there will be a little section that says check in or check out. And so whenever you get on the bus and click check in, the bus has a max capacity of 50 people, and so it gets really hectic trying to make sure everybody's on there. And so if everybody gets on there and checks in on their phones, you can easily see who is missing off the bus and try to call them to get them on the bus before bus drivers are scheduled to leave. Because there's no guarantee that everybody always make it back on the bus, if they're hanging out, doing their own thing downtown. But we're going to give them the resources and everything we can do to get them. Part of we have wristbands. Yeah. The wristbands we'll be giving out will have a little QR code on it. We'll have a scanner on the bus, and that'll be like a point of contact where they can do that.
Okay, time.
That'll be all filled out on the paper.
Who's bike crew?
Yep, that's just what my face looks like. Welling up with tears. No. Yep. As good as some of these presentations are, I am not moved to tears by any of them, I would say. I'm gonna post him a little later.
Okay.
Yeah. She's gonna send it to me, and then we're gonna get it posted.
Hey, David Jackson. So, do you all want to take a little break while we're waiting? More bit?
Thank you. Hopefully they taste this. They will. There's lots of food. Great food.
I don't think so. I don't know what. Yeah.
You can tell that's a
What? Why are you looking at it? Y'all, I'm sure there is.
Tipsy cow, they told me you have to eat an awful lot of ice.
Yeah.
And then you sit there and you
Yeah.
back. Was
Well, they're in between cross country. So that's right.
very well. Follow my
And they our runner usually has way up close.
I started off really fast.
Okay, excuse me.
Have mercy. Be merciful. I'm just saying.
I know.
Good night. My wife's uncle lived to be 101 years old. Nice. But he lived to be 101, so I can't argue.
Okay, if you grab your seats, we will continue.
Oh man, nothing. Too much.
Hello, we are Boozy Bakery, and today we're going to take you through our Facebook page, which will be our biggest source of advertisements starting out. So just this year, I was given the task of having to provide cupcakes for my best friend's 21st birthday, but when I went to local stores, I found that they were like tacky colors with cartoon characters, or they were really plain and overly sweet. And when I went to local bakeries, they were all just a bit too pricey, and so after conducting surveys, we found I'm not the only consumer that's faced this problem.
So here at Boozy Bakery, we offer cupcakes infused with alcohol and catering, on-call catering, or before call catering. And so with that, it allows our clients to customize not only their cupcakes, but their specialty tiers. Our bakery will be located in North Austin. Our primary target market is employed females in the middle of upper class, ages 21 to 44, which includes 270,505 people. Our secondary target market includes those without food-related health illnesses, which excludes 11% of the total Austin population. Both of these groups, we can become their primary preferred caterer. Yeah, to create our church.
right now of all times. Oh, goodness.
Okay, you just want to talk.
Yes. So, well, there is a video right there. But, so, we actually do know how to make our own assets, which is going to be a very good cost saver, because obviously capital and many other businesses, they don't know how to market themselves, make their own content, their videos, and all that. But our team is very skilled enough to be able to do that. And also, we understand that a very big hurdle that we have to go through is customer education, because many people are going to hear Boozy Bakery and think that they can get inebriated from our products, which is actually not true at all. It only enhances the flavor, and that a very sparse amount of alcohol goes in the batter, the frosting, and the filling. And these ones do not have filling, just to give y'all a heads up. And last, we also do take presentation in mind as well. We want to make sure that all of our cupcakes are the same for every single customer. Whether it's your first time or your 100th time, you're going to get that same exact product. And we also take in account toppings matching the other ingredients and the lines.
As you can see in our dislike section, we have our competitors. Our primary competitors are Hey Cupcakes, Sugar Mamas, and Sweet Treats. We differ from them due to the fact that they don't offer alcohol-infused baked goods like we do. We also consider H-E-B and Walmart as competition, but again, we differ from them due to the fact that their products are primarily made with artificial flavoring, whereas ours are made with high-quality premium ingredients.
So I am the founder, Stacy, and I've been baking from scratch for 15 years, and I've had this drive and passion to really transform the baking industry and adding a unique twist of alcohol to it. Next we have Alyssa. She's currently a bartender of 4 years, which allowed her to learn mixology and discover cupcake recipes that mix well with alcohol. And lastly, we have Joey. He's managed a restaurant for 2 years, giving him the knowledge of the proper procedures to run a food shop very safely and efficiently.
So next we have our photo section. The first one is featuring our storefront, which we are located in a new modern shopping center that has windows along the front. That way customers can see directly to our products. The next two are cupcakes that our manager Stacy has baked before. She's constantly practicing to perfect her craft, which is why we decided to bring you some samples today to get a taste of that. The next two are specialty tiers with fee structuring. We allow them to customize based on theme and quantity for their events, and so they'll be able to choose things such as colors and the tier structure. And last but not least, we have our floor plan so customers know what to expect whenever they come into our location.
This is a sample of our menu. We will be offering 7 year-round flavors such as zesty margarita and like the ones we have in front of you, which are a white Russian cupcake made with vodka and Kahlua. We'll also be having 3 seasonal flavors such as the hot chocolate Godiva that we'll sell in the winter. All of our cupcakes are made with fresh quality ingredients and the best of the week.
As for our financials, our projected revenue for year 1 is $150,000, and this includes sales and catering events. We will need to sell 3,740 cupcakes per month in order to break even, which we expect to be in year 2. And using a cupcake as a benchmark, we estimate our growth rates to be 2.5% in year 2, and 5% in year 3. As for our Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm glad you included H-E-B and Walmart competitors since we use H-E-B to cater to price was there, quality was this is good. Right. Have you thought about doing unique names instead of ones you have, like the one we had could have been the dude? The dude?
We kind of
it's okay if you don't get the reference.
No, we kind of wanted to allow our customers, because they are familiar since over 21, they should be more familiar with certain drink names, so that'll kind of give them a hint into what they're going to be consuming at that time. And on our little display case that we'll have, we're going to have small descriptions saying like, I don't know if you could read them on the menu, it's kind of small, but like a deep chocolate with fresh raspberry juice or something like that.
Tell me about the recipes for your cupcakes. Are they your recipes that you came up with? I realized the alcohol was unique factor.
Right.
But the cake part.
So I created my own chocolate cake, and I've tried fluffy, it's sweet enough, like consistency is all across the board. So it takes a long time. So right now I kind of use some from the internet and kind of tweak it to make it my own and then add the alcohol.
Women 21, I'm sorry, Kim.
No, I was just.
Women 21 to 44 have kids. What are you doing for kids?
We were considering having like a virgin option for kids, just like a plain yellow cake or something like that. But because we want to kind of maintain this idea that we're a more mature, classy place for like adults to go to indulge, because kids can kind of get desserts at like local stores all over the place. But for a more adult one with like an alcohol twist, we kind of wanted to keep that in our branding to be geared towards adults. But you can't, like we said, you can't get inebriated from our products. So if they really did want to like try a small piece, it's not harm. It's up to the parent if they want to be like,
I encourage you to go visit Tipsy Cow and Pizza. They have a alcohol infused menu and equally extensive non-alcohol infused.
Thank you for the suggestion.
So, kind of like a comment. I love that you brought up the judges. Thank you. So one of my students actually has a business out of Dallas, and his mom actually makes cupcake infused pastries in a mason jar. And so I actually had one of the products, and it was amazing. Would you ever do something to where like you do internet sales or?
Yeah, so we unfortunately, because of the time, didn't get to our milestones, but we are going to eventually branch out to have gluten-free and vegan options because we found through research that the Austin market is kind of becoming a more health-conscious area, so we're going to have those options. And we're also going to branch out to cookies and cake pops and cakes once we start getting the initial revenue from our cupcake base out and getting our name out there. So we'll be like, man, their cupcakes were good, like I can't wait to try what other products they have down the line. And with our Facebook page, we'll just kind of be keeping them updated, posting videos, asking them to subscribe so they can keep in tune with the latest and greatest creations.
I think what's strong is that you're moving forward in a niche market and branding yourself more as a gourmet focused cupcake. I do see that you're skipping a whole entire demographic when you're focused on the majority of Caucasian women, especially if like, you have any personal stories or relationships with your recipes, and actually getting someone that's a little bit more diverse in the populations that you're targeting. And also that will allow for you to introduce newer recipes and flavors that will completely change the way that your market is attracted to you, and also can create more of an identity that separates yourself away from the other competition that you listed.
Right. One of the reasons that we had, like, whenever we mentioned our secondary market, it's those over the age of 21, you know, regardless, that don't suffer from food-related health issues, who enjoy having sweets. The reason we chose, like, the Caucasian market was because we wanted to be as specific as possible for this business plan. And we found that in the Austin, Texas area, that's the largest demographic in the area. So we just chose to throw that in there, but all-inclusive.
Yeah. They might pay for it, but don't steer away from adding more just cultural ingredients.
Right. One of them that we were considering was like a tres leches cake and having that with brochata. So that would kind of bring that ethnic and like a Cinco, like maybe for May for like Cinco de Mayo, and then we're gonna have like the breast cancer awareness. We'll have those seasonal cupcakes as well in those months. So it's just kind of what like holidays and what really known key events will be throughout the year, which is what we're going to base our seasonal cupcakes in, which will rotate every 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, we host the vegan market every other month at Scotch, and probably more than, there's maybe like 2 vendors out of 20 that are not from the minority demographic, and they've created a whole entire different niche market that brings a following. I mean, we had Spurs players come because they knew that they were going to get a good vegan-focused product, but then also because there was a story behind each product. So there was several people were sharing their grandma's recipes and really hitting the senses of their customer base. And there was plenty of cupcakes, but what was better was the fact chocolate that had been imported in from Mexico specifically. So I think that was.
Okay, thank you for the suggestion.
Are you sure about the TABC requirement? In the presentation, you indicated there was some sort of TABC licensing. But as you mentioned, so little alcohol actually remains in the, are you sure that there'd be a licensing requirement?
Because our employees will be having to deal with the handling of food and the baking process and being around and serving alcohol, just so we're covering ourselves as much as possible to have the food handlers to work in our place, and as well as the TABC certification.
I asked at Tipsy Cow, I asked, the young lady was obviously younger than 18, and served me, and I said, how are you able to do this? It was alcohol infused, and she said, there's so little alcohol remaining that it's apparently, I don't want to get them in trouble if there's.
Is alcohol put into the cupcake prior to baking or after?
So we put it in the batter if it requires that, just to give it that extra. It adds like this fluffy, crisp-like texture to it. And then we also add it to the frosting for the taste and filling it after the whole drink.
In the video, we had a filling.
I see expanding into other things too. I just listened to a podcast recently. There's a startup in Austin that does protein drinks, and they can't keep them stocked up. It's just amazing, but they freeze package them so they can literally ship them to you. And so if you wanted to try it out, people like in the fitness world, they're looking for that type of sweet, but also meets the macro kind of thing. But see that being, for you to tweak the recipe.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's pretty nice.
We cherish it.
How are you going to make it within the 5 weeks? You have a video of this.
It was a minute long. I don't know.
Yeah, it played both times I tried it, and then throughout the whole presentation.
We right now.
We can pull up the video.
You have 1 minute left.
You want me to try?
Yes, we have 1 minute left. Yeah, you have 1 minute left.
Oh, yeah, it's 1 minute. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
You don't have to talk to
Okay, so actually downsized recently.
Oh, good. Woo.
They've actually closed a few of their trailer locations.
It's not good. It's not a good thing.
So there's the alcohol being added right there into the batter.
Sparse them out.
Oh,
That's our problem.
Were you making these out?
No, that was the one that we bought before.
This is like.
There was some chocolate ones. You should have wanted to eat one.
More alcohol.
Okay, that's a little bit more. That's.
Yes.
Oh, man. They just soak it in a shot. But yeah.
Thank you.
Freedom Ben.
Moved around.
No, I really do. I feel totally drunk on that.
Are you really?
No.
Do we need to call you a cab to get you home? No, I'll drive you home. Oh, Lee said she'll drive you home in your car.
Oh, yeah.
If you're breathing. Whenever you take
Good. Cupcakes are good.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to keep right on going, so if you can hold it down. If you want to get more food or anything, please do something so very quietly. And whenever you're ready.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Dean Barkley. I'm Kevin Buckskipper. I'm the College.
I'm Cameron Curry.
I'm Casey McNutt, and we are Freedom Bend Lodge, the No Agenda Outdoor Resort. So Dean Bartlett, our founder, he has 15 years of traveling experience, and he's an avid tournament fisherman. And he has found that there are multiple accommodation options and fishing locations around the world. Because of this, we have found that there are multiple. Due to all of these different accommodation options, Dean is following his dreams and building this business of a resort.
So as I previously mentioned, the Toledo Bend is currently experiencing a massive influx in demand right now, caused by receiving that #1 bass fishing ranking 2 years in a row through Bassmaster. However, the extremely poor infrastructure surrounding the area has caused many accommodation options to fail. Specifically, there was more than 200 locations on the Sabine Parish side, so the Louisiana side alone, that closed down last year due to electrical, plumbing, and water restrictions, even though the demand continued to increase.
Freedom Bend Lodge will be located in Hemphill, Texas. It's a perfect place for any outdoor enthusiast.
Our primary sources of revenue is our accommodation model, which includes the teepees, safari tents, and retro RVs, as well as the self-camping and RV site hookups. Our secondary sources of revenue is the general store, the ice, the covered off fees, and the launch fees for non-guests. And our tertiary sources of revenue is the third-party services, which will be starting in the middle of the first year with the fishing guide services, the second year with the kayak services, and the third year with the food trucks. We have priced our financials conservatively with being at or below the Toledo Bend average. Our net income for the first year is $580,000 with a 1.23 debt-to-equity ratio and a 1.24 return on investment. Our break-even sales is $220,000. And in order to accurately depict our sales, we have forecasted the first 3 years of our individual revenue streams. We expect to have a 4% growth in the second year and a 5% growth in the third year.
So what really sets Freedom Bend apart is our semi-permanent structures, like I discussed earlier, enabling us to pivot to new desires from our consumers or any fluctuations in demand. Through this, we really emphasize the concept of a communal, interactive, fun, and relaxed experience.
No other resort in Toledo Bend has attempted to fill this niche yet. There's a huge market of fishermen in the area that are looking for a more unique experience, and they still want those cabin comforts, and they don't want to get rid of that.
However, we do understand our competitive advantage and the responsibilities that come with that. With our success in the market, there are going to be a lot of imitators and reactors coming to market, which is going to cause us to be constantly innovative. Through that, we've implemented the growth strategy like Valerie talked about earlier, being able to add 1 to 2 new additional sources of revenue each year. But we're going to keep all of these services third party to 1, lower overhead, 2, decrease liability, and 3, be able to continuously work with the plug and pull method of third party business services that may or may not work for maybe a year or 2 or in the future.
So our primary target market are fishermen that come to the Toledo Bend area, but that don't live out there or have a house on the lake. They're close to 144,000 people that show up to fishing tournaments, and that doesn't include the amount of spectators or family members that show up as well. There's really no concrete number that we can find in any sort of database because the Toledo Bend is right in the middle of the Texas and right in the middle of Texas and Louisiana, and they obviously don't communicate very well. So what we did is we got on a conference call with a woman from the SBA, and she was able to tell us that number and also that they generally spend about $365 a day.
This woman's name was Linda Scarch from the Sabine River Authority. She was able to calculate a lot of our data by working tax revenue backwards since the two authorities weren't able to discuss these things together.
All right, so according to the Sabine River Authority that we talked about, they found that in 2017, in just 1 year.
So what we were asking for is $220,000 at 7.25% for 8 years.
Thank you very much, and thank you for allowing us to let free game.
Hey, we have 10 minutes for Q&A.
What is your, it sounds like you have an impact advantage. So impact meaning that you're reducing the amount of impact versus other permanent structures. Can you elaborate a little bit on infrastructure costs, what the conversion rate is of being able to either replace the structures that you have or being able to move those?
Absolutely. So when we discuss traditional lodging with like our competitors in the area, most of them are focusing on traditional styles like cabins, motels, and things like that. In one cabin, the amount of electrical power, plumbing, everything that one cabin would take would be similar to about 10 to 15, maybe even 20 of our teepees. And by taking away plumbing from each individual one of those teepees and adding it to like a communal bathroom, similar to the way that the Texas State Park would do it, where you have centers where all of your bathing and stuff like that happens, as well as our cooking center where we have all the cooking happening in one area. Things like that decrease the cost of each individual teepee. So what we are able to do is, as of right now, day one opening from what you guys are currently looking at, we can live perfectly fine off of the current water restrictions, the current plumbing restrictions, and the current electrical system. Now with growth, we're going to run into problems, but the benefit of running into a company like ours is we can move things around. We can use things like solar. We can use things like generators to supply for certain events that might make him come in the future. So as you heard in my 90-second pitch, I talked about any changes in consumer desires. And you know, I might have somebody who wants to run a wedding out here or something like that to kind of answer your question about pivotability. If I get asked that question, I want to make sure I can say yes. So with this model, we have the ability to hop online, buy 500 TPs or 5 extra TPs, set them up, set everything up along the same balance of having the community bathrooms, the community cooking area, and those few things kind of stay permanent, and be able to move all the accommodation around to fit current demand.
And to also add to that, we have allocated about $500 every month on renovations and things like that. So if anything needs to be replaced, we have that money aside. And if 1 month nothing needs to be replaced, then that goes on. We have $1,000. So per year, I think it's $10,000 for renovations.
I bring it up because we're on street focus. An example I can give you is when the Great American Eclipse happened, many of the cities that were in the line of totality, it ran out of water, and they also ran out of food because it was mostly in food desert areas that a lot of people would just come in and flocks with the camping. So if you have it where you're actually able to leave a less of an impact than your competitors, you might be able to use that in those scale and
Absolutely.
do relocate or find locations to do that.
And as far as scaling, we have a lot of, we will have a lot of community support through that because competitors like Bin and Feather are kind of proving that by making more tax revenue go to that area, the area slowly gets better. But then as soon as they are forced to improve the infrastructure to maintain their services, they will actually go and actively join parts of the city council to go and make sure that these things improve and that they're spending extra money to improve these things because it's the livelihood of their business, but it actually improves everybody else's lives. So all these companies are very, very endorsed and helps the community to build up the infrastructure and things like that because it helps everybody out. that the person? Yeah, yes, sir. So we have it in our expenses to where, and it also kind of answers your question as well as far as the usage per thing. So basically, what you would find in a TP, as just an example, I don't want to go through all of them, is an outlet for like phones, whatever. The outside hookup, so that if you park like a boat or something for a tournament, you can continue to charge your boat. And then a light, and then whatever that cooling mechanism is. So we priced out like small heaters, space heaters. The awesome thing about the TPs, I don't know if you saw it in the picture, I'm not going to go back, but we actually have the ability to have a fire inside of the TV. Huge selling point, very cool. Not a lot of people get to experience that. That's your heat source there. And then also small fans and small AC units. The AC units are tricky. We want to avoid those at all costs. We want to keep it more of like a camping feel. But if there's those excruciating times, then we would use them. But they definitely take more power than a fan or something like that.
And when is it ever excruciating in Southeast Texas?
Well, in reality, I can't. Well, with my family, we never did the vacation thing. Really, we did the camping thing. And those state parks were full all summer round, and nobody's got AC in their tent. So we're trying to help people get more of a relaxed, more cabin-style feeling, but still in nature, in a tent, get to experience. So you get a best of both worlds with that.
How long will it take you to build out your facility?
So we started our finances in March of that current fiscal year. So we were planning on it taking from December to March to get our base set up. Because realistically, all it is roads and which is going to be all gravel. And what takes all the time is to have people come out and actually set all the lines for the plumbing and electrical that goes to every single post. So that's where most of the time it's going to take. As far as the other things that you might be looking through, like the dock fees and like the little things that are also going to be set up, those things will be built out while like the professionals are doing that. As far as any kind of carpentry work or anything like that, that will be taken on myself and my father.
And then the interest rate payments during that period were reflected in your cash flow statement?
Yes, sir.
Last questions?
Why not combine the loans?
Because, and this is where the confusion came, and it was interesting to hear you talk to the last group about that like gap in build out. This is where we had started the process basing it off of a loan that I was going to get through my father. And then we kind of changed it to the sense of like, okay, but pretend like your father's a nobody and you're trying to convince him. So we kind of worked off of that. But then we started doing a process where we were going to do the build out first and then use the rest of the loan or another loan to help us along the way as far as extra things that we might need building out. Have to make sure we have plenty of capital on hand so that we can cater to a corporate event or a wedding event or anybody that may come our way. The last thing we want to be or have to say is no, because our business model is built to be able to take on capacity that we don't see coming. So if a huge corporate event or a huge wedding, like I said, wants to come in, we have cash on hand to quickly buy the accommodation needed, set it up, and have it ready for them within a matter of a couple of days.
So your plan then would be to take out the land loan first.
Build out,
and distribute the capital.
Yes,
sir. And take the money to the roads at the same time. They just won't let you draw the other portion. So they reserve it aside for you, but then you just have one loan you're responsible for. You don't pay on the interest that you draw, right?
So it's two separate interests within the same loan?
There'd be one interest rate on one loan. They would just commit to you the total dollar amount, which here you got out at $620,000. They give you as you fund up. That's how your charges go up.
Okay.
So if you didn't use the 220 because you get to that point of feasibility, you would just owe like 400.
Interesting. Definitely take that advice. I appreciate that. Very much. Thank you guys.
That was like
Good job, guys. Appreciate it.
If you will, Lee will collect all of your evaluations of your classmates. This is Lee.
Oh, you did, yeah. Okay, okay. Here you go.
Yo, you gotta take the glasses off and then you put it over. You wanna see it? You're gonna freak out. Waiting this whole time.
Are they about to come back and like tell us who's running?
You gotta take the glasses off.
How are you
She said.
Dude, I'm gonna fail the final tomorrow already.
I know, because then I don't waste my time studying for it. Yeah, there's a few classes I they're so bad about I think we all She's very nice.
It looks like two groups over there going out. You guys will go out there. It's gonna be like this guy. I'm not sure. Someone said I have a test. Yes, so does Tracy. Hey, what was the bar? What bar?
I'll go talk to the other group. It's for fun. I'm surprised you're not leaving yet.
I mean, it would be nice.
One shot on you. We'll knock you out with a chin shot, right? It's all right, man. And I know I talked a little bit more about what I was going to, but I was just talking about like Cameron and then like filling your SRA part, just little shit like that. I wasn't gonna do it. I was like, and then you said SB. And I was like, we'll talk about Somebody said it. Yeah, there's it's that organization. Yeah, like I just figured experience, you have like financial all this stuff that you already broke for them. 5, 6 times. It's unclear. It made me feel a lot better. I was like, they're not like, wait a minute, why is this like, they're just like, how would you get cheats in there? I'm
Yeah, let's take a couple. Oh, okay. I didn't look at anyone. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
heard the half of the presentations that were laughable in their English content, in the wording, and the misspelling, and all the various things that we saw. This was by far the best year. I found one misspelling, wasn't even misspelled, it was just the wrong word in all the presentations. So this was remarkable, and you'll do a really good job with your grammar, your spelling, and the general presentation. Best in 10 years. Well done. Yeah, I mean, well, I think it's pretty obvious. Should I go first with my presentation since I'm already speaking? I'm beyond needing to age myself. Smart Alex. I graduated from Southwest Texas State University. I wasn't college, thank you. Although I went from college to university a little bit before I got here. I'm going to give a presentation on Thunderbus. Thunderbus, excellent presentation. Your elevator pitch, you made excellent eye contact. You included your ask, which was fantastic, and you used both presenters really well. In your general presentation, you used all the presenters, did a good job there. I thought your concept was interesting, especially the rider tracking business. In your business plan proper, you use the word problem. You're probably taught to use the word problem. When you're making a presentation to someone that's going to give you money, those people don't want to hear about problems. You know, problems are opportunities. You want to talk about, but I'm sure that you're taught problem because of the frequency with that comes up. With which that comes up. What else? Good use of table contents and page numbers, well done. Interesting, your $15 ticket price I thought was excellent. And you just went over time, but you were really close. Well done.
So just a couple of suggestions and comments. First of all, I have 2 dogs, so I love the idea because my pets are my family as well. However, with your pitch, elevator pitch, I thought you had great eye contact. You were very thorough. However, with your overall presentation, I know everybody has the jitters and you're nervous. I get it. Just a little bit more refinement on your presentation. As far as your business plan, I thought it was very organized. It still needs a little bit more refinement. As far as you addressed the problem of these solutions, and I love all your statements. But again, just a little bit more refinement. And you guys were amazing with like trying to catch your what's your name? World glasses. Yeah, awesome. So good job on that.
I didn't know she was.
Out of the box, you guys did a pretty good job with the business plan. The concept, I think, is there. You can refine it. Like I mentioned in the present, when I was giving feedback in the presentation, you can scale that. Yeah, I feel like you guys should dress to kind of what it is. You know, like it's this rustic feel for a venue and show up in suits. I'm like, you can get it too, right? Because on the other side, I'm like, but it's business, right?
That's actually what we're gonna do. We're gonna wear like
yeah.
we didn't think brown boots and that black
Texas tuxedo. It was a good presentation. I think you did all right with the numbers, the data behind it, filled the questions well. And I had some notes in there too. And for all of you that I gave feedback to today, if I mentioned something in there, finally track me down. I think a couple of you have some SBA stuff, and I know people in the industry that can do that. So if you really are serious about these ideas and you want help to that next level, let us know. This is one of the only opportunities you'll get for free advice from a panel of experts like this, especially in this environment. If this is real life and you can attest to this, people are actually putting money on the line. You want to make sure that you've got all this buttoned up before you actually put forward your cash. And that's what we're here to do, is give you that criticism, that feedback, so you can tweak these along the way if it's something you really want to go with, and use these resources that we have available to do that. We don't have the same access to the real world for free. So I guess we're technically paying for it. But, yeah, thank you.
So I have your plan. I've already forgotten the name of it. Freedom Bend. Thank you. Y'all did an excellent job. Your elevator pitch was on point. If I would give you any critique at all, might be just to slow down just a little. I know you're probably trying to get a lot of information into a short amount of time. I appreciate that, but consider that and move forward. I thought your presentation was excellent. There were a few stumbles, and that's okay. It's not a problem. I like the way that you came to the aid of your teammate, and it just continued on. That's very good. So the concept is great. You sold me. I would take my kids there if you open, so let me know. And I want to teach. So it was an excellent job.
Awesome.
Good work.
So, Doc, I forgot. Where are my samples?
All I gotta do is invest. Always be tough.
So, Boozy Bakery, congratulations. We felt that you guys were well-rounded in your presentation. Also, what was very apparent was your expertise in the industry showed through, so having that experience. But what's really dynamic about having a strong team is being able to balance that. So you've also incorporated other expertise to give yourself a platform to work from, and that's really strong. The way that you complement each other is also was very noticeable in your presentation, because that means you have trust and you have capability of working with your team, and as long as that team has a secure foundation, when you hit those challenges, you'll be able to work together and be able to bounce back when you do hit those challenges. The suggestions would be really become authentic to your story. Don't forget your roots. Don't forget what's taken you, how long you've had that 15 years of experience of baking, the milestones, the experiences, the customers that you've already had, and how those clients relate to you and why and how you've been able to attain them. And then being able to apply that to your product and why that brings a value, and having that show forward, and what's going to create that differentiation between a regular cupcake at HEB and why someone would want to buy it all. So congratulations.
Good. So I'm going to try to have y'all's grades out by Friday. Tracks is giving me fun as it usually does. And so I'll have them out by Friday. And congratulations, you did a great job. All right.
Before anybody leaves, you see all that food back there? It has to go to someone's or somebody's homes. So anybody that did present gets first choice. But take the food home. Take food home.
Come get your presentations.
Yeah, don't forget, pick up your presentations to get that feedback. Oh, you can turn my own.
I got it.